brilliant idea of a book. I put it in a book. That's my idea. So intellectual property is simply the fixation of one's intellect idea into something that is relatable with other people. So yeah, that's what IP is.
All right. I mean, obviously, every day has a theme, and this one is basically targeting the youth this year. I mean, how important,
Yeah.
how important is it for the youth to know what's going on? Are they the most creative people right now?
I would say yes, and I hope you're a youth because I'm a youth.
Nah,
This year's
I've missed it by like like a year or two. You know, I'm gone.
you're gone. You've left us.
I've left everybody.
So yeah, this year's theme is IP and the youth innovating for a better future. Why a focus on the youth? The youth are young, they're vibrant. If you must know, we have 1.8 billion youths who are age 24 in developing countries as we speak. Zambia is a young nation with 81% of the youth, and these are the people who are creating ideas, creating innovations, and we are the ones to rise up to the challenge to make our world better, to reshape the Zambia that we want to see. Not just today, not just for tomorrow, but for the future generations to come. So the youth have this latent potential, this I can do spirit. I have everything to risk. I can risk it all. So this is why we're focusing on the youth, because they have so much positivity, positive vibes to say, I can do it. I can try out this. They are willing to take the risk to bring out their innovations and ideas to life.
Okay, well, like many of our listeners, I am one of those people who is coming across this and realizing that this is a day that is actually celebrated the world over once on the 26th of April.
Yeah.
So could you maybe tell us a little bit about what the day is all about?
Yeah, what is this about? I mean, intellectual property. Is there like a march past? What are we supposed to do on IP Day?
Great. So World IP Day was coined in the year 2000. So it's been happening for quite a number of years. Like in the 1990s, people were talking about IP, except that developing countries have not showed up. They've not showed up on the scene to talk about intellectual property, why it's important. And for these number of years, we've always talked about industrialization. You know, you have to get a plot, you have to get land, tangible assets. But our world is shifting. You know, just because you have land, you have a plot, these companies have all this machinery, things are changing. We're moving towards data science, machine learning. People are paying you for your mind nowadays. It's not about the hard labor that you're doing, but people want to place value on your ideas, on your mind, on your creativity. And as the world is shifting, we need to open our eyes towards it. This is why World IP Day was coined, to celebrate the young innovators, to celebrate innovators across the world, to tell them that, you know, put value on these ideas, to shed more light into the different types of intellectual property, the patents, trademarks, copyright, and generally to raise an awareness for what intellectual property is across the globe.
You know, we talk about development for such a long time. Yesterday we were talking to a person who deals with statistics, and it was it was sad to hear that a lot of these statistics are being ignored, and Zambia is not developing the way that it should, because most of these are not really great for your political career if you start mentioning them all out. So, I mean, let's talk about development with IP. I mean, how can that, you know, bring the development straight to the country, coming from the youth, like you said?
Yeah, coming from the youth, IP does play a role in the development, just like we have all these different pillars like the political sector, economical sector, social, technological. We also have the law aspect, which is where intellectual property comes in. So intellectual property creates a platform that young people can then create and share ideas that are not then copied or counterfeited. So I'm going to make it very practical. If I'm a youth and I have a book, and I can then commercialize it, sell it out there. It's hard work publishing a book, but the opportunity to publish and sell it out there will get me an income. So I'm not just getting a pat on the back to say, well done, but then I get an income. I get to commercialize my idea. It benefits me, it benefits my family, it benefits the society. On a bigger scale, when we have beautiful ideas as a country that we can then export out there, you find that many countries and industries will be coming to pay for these ideas. We'll have foreign direct investors who will be interested in Zambia because we are able to commercialize these ideas. We're able to transform how we do businesses, and it makes us an attractive nation to work with, because then we'll be exporting what we're doing. We have these brilliant, innovative ideas that the world would want to tap into. And it's just important that Zambia shows up. Let's show up out there. Let's show the world that we are young Zambians, we are vibrant, we have these innovations and beautiful ideas that can transform how the world does business.
Well, it's absolutely amazing to share all of these things with you about IP and, you know, the amount of development that it can bring to the nation if we were to ensure that we do everything that we're supposed to do in terms of copyright and all of this. And would have loved to have you for longer on the show.
What, she's going already?
Yes. We gotta let her go.
I don't want to go.
I know, time is never on anybody's side.
Yeah, but I mean, before you go, I mean, I'd like to ask you a few, just a simple one. I mean, from what's been happening, let's say the past year and a half, in terms of you know, artists, in terms of people, you know, actually getting money for their art now. Do you think now people are bigger at you know, securing the IP? Are they a bit more careful with who they, how they handle their business in terms of an artistic way?
Yeah, definitely. Not just artists, but also creators and innovators. If you look at the statistics where we were 10 years ago, where people didn't know about Zamcorps, why should they go to Zamcorps, why should they go to PACRA, compared to now, there has been a significant increase in people knowing that, okay, this person is capable of stealing my song. I don't just go and tell every record producer, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, but then people are more careful. And it's unfortunate that some people have fallen into the trap of copying and other people plagiarizing their work. But this has also changed across the years, and I'm happy that as Zambia, we are also, as Zambians, we're raising awareness around this, and the music industry is changing and transforming. We don't have the number of pirated CDs that we used to have. I know you would walk across town and this guy is just like, and it's a fake CD, but we've awakened to that notion. You see, it's not just depriving the artist of their rights, of their money, but imagine we're doing this across so many sectors. We are stealing money. We don't pay tax for that pirated money. So we're also depriving the government for development. So it's a long chain that continues to kill us if we are not careful, because it's a simple act of plagiarism. I'm just copying a CD, I'm just copying a movie, but it takes integrity for each and every one of us to show up, to pay for that good music, to pay for that good track, to pay for that good movie.
Yeah, I was seeing Marketu posted something on his page yesterday, complaining that the new album they've taken out has been put on different platforms where people are downloading it for free, and he says it's exclusive to some of these streaming apps. I mean, streaming apps even helping put more money in artists' pockets. And how does that work in terms of intellectual property? Do they sign paperwork for that? Have you jumped into that before?
Yeah, definitely. So that line of IP is called copyright protection. So for the many artists out there, we have the law here in Zambia. So it starts with enforcing it with Zamcorps. If you want to take your music outside there, you would also have to register with other parties. And I like that a couple of weeks ago, we were trying to upload some music, but YouTube also has this ability to pick up and detect to say, this song is not yours.
Not yours.
We also have applications, Instagram as well. You find people are putting disclaimer to say, this is not my music, or this is music by Rihanna, just to acknowledge that. So in the world of copyright, it's a bit different. Once you need to acknowledge the creator and do not use that music to make money out of it. So it is okay to use the music. Let's say if I have a post, I have my face and I have Maki 2 song playing, I'm not going to start selling it out there. But then even as artists are taking their work out there, as Zambian artists are putting out their work on Instagram, on YouTube, they also have to protect themselves to say, okay, if I'm putting this music out there, I need a certain percentage out of this. So we also have to be aware of other pirated websites, so we can report those sites to say, okay, you have to take this down, and they have to prove that actually this is my work, and this is where intellectual property comes in. You have to find a way to protect your work before you take it out there.
All right, Precious, we'll probably find you on the 26th of April, 2023, again for World Intellectual Property Day. Yeah, so I mean, if people want to know, get more information, how do they get it about this?
So you can reach me on our social media platforms, that IP Hub Zambia on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, IP Hub Zambia. You can also contact me on 0971 105885. Remember, your ideas are valuable, and what's valuable is worth protecting.
Yeah, that's a good way to sum it up. Go and have yourself a good morning. Hope you've had breakfast. And yeah, thanks for joining us as usual to let us know more about intellectual property. Let's make some money out there.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks for hosting me. Have a good day.
All right. We're talking to Precious Gozwa from Lusaka City from IP Hub, and she was letting us know more about intellectual property. I hope you as an artist is not just going to different studios and showing people,
Yeah.
Somebody's
gonna steal it. True.
Yeah, somebody's going to see it, and then you come back and you did not register. Coming up, we have the News Minute.
Zambia National Union of Teachers, ZNUT, has called for authority and respect to be given to district human resource committees that have been tasked to select teachers for employment to avoid interference.
Everyone is listening. Everyone is listening.
The Sun FM News Minute on Sun FM.
This is your award-winning hit radio.
Sun FM, the best music.
For best in news and advertising. Sun FM, setting trends in radio.
Oi, nina kankani. Nikuza wakumbuka kazi wapaka show pacha. Banani pasa secret. Ukumbuka tu mnanga senze kudia breakfast pa nyumba. Bata pa washito imbekeza kadi bwenda kunchito. Nikuza nikapangira muffins, napanga fumbuwa na maskono, napanga maspombe. Awe shwala. Kwani lisabuna bwino.
So nikuza kupanga cha muffins, maspombe ndiye secret.
Iwe na iwe secret yana nipasa wajakazi.